Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Moore with a return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Man in motion here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. No one around. He's got space. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They go again with Taylor.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now off play action. Forced out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
First and 10, looking to throw. Finds his man, Gray. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Good offenses Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Here's 2nd and 11. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Space left sideline, and he's off to the races. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Back to the air following the pick-6. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 2-score game early. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they're the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Pass play now. Escapes the pocket. And on the run right, throwing deep down the side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's second down coming up. Give now to the running back. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brought down by Fred Warner. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. On the run right. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Panthers will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Go! Check go!
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That's Marcus Davenport with the tackle. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Let's go!
Taylor again. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They've got first down from the 31. Cut out left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So now, after the penalty, it's first and 15. They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here we go, set!
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. That's intercepted near the sideline. J.C. Horn to pick it off. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They've got a man in motion. To throw here on first down. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Falcons driving ahead. It's a new set of downs for them at the 32.
Let's go now.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Another carry for him. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. From the red zone now. Setting up the screen. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there. Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on that carry, and that leaves him facing 4th and goal. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Samuel now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, that sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Here's the throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. He brings it in. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Moore with a return. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 30. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Come on, set. Go.
2nd down carry for Taylor. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Set. Set, go.
He'll throw it. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers push their lead further to start the half. DJ Moore, the touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Panthers push the lead up to 12. Taylor has has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
65 cat.
Dropping back to throw. That's into the hands of Moore. So they'll be set up with a 1st and... Straight ahead with Taylor. Runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That's up and through for the point after. And the Panthers go up by 19. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Gray now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Hold the ready.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go. 18 left, 18 left.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He throws a bullet to the center. That's complete inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Falcons shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Moore with a return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Taylor now up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Switch. Come on. Set go.
A run here with Taylor. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
19 tight. Set.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. Down the run down, and at the end he loses the football. It's knocked free. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers have likely locked up the win right there. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked! Wow, nearly the unthinkable. He almost turned the block into 2 points, but they caught up to him at the very last second for the tackle. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Play action on 1st down. Searching for something. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Caught by his back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll try and throw it here. Finds his back complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 6 now. That one's complete, right side. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go.
He'll throw it yet again. Escapes out to the left. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They go play action on first. Throwing deep for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they face second down.
Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
This ball's cut by Palmer. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. Touchdown, Atlanta. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
And he's got a man complete. And he's going to get in there for 2. The lead shrinks to 10. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. I think the Falcons got that one back. Oh, they did! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Ready? Check go.
Plowing up the middle. Stiff arm success. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the draw, this is Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and 10 now from the 30. They motion the slot man right. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home.